If you came to party, if you came to party, if you came to get down tonight, get down tonight. We going live tonight, live from the NextSoundStudio. Trying to party and celebrate life. Tune in the NextSoundStudio tonight. It's live at 8 with the hottest in the state. So tell a friend you wanna take them out of space so they can unplug to a new level with different artists who take it to a new level. And you never know what you gon' get. You might get rock or you might get rap. You might get R&B with the boom bap. You might get a band or you might wanna dance bachata. I just know every week's gonna be a chopper. And it's a party for the world.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Live from NextSoundStudio. I am your host, Nequasia, and you will find out more about me later. But first, let's give a little backstory of how the movement came to be and what we are all about. When the show's creator, Valentin, teamed with Will B. Walker, they set to create a platform that wasn't marginalized by popularity or commercialism, but thrived and existed solely from the passion of independent artists. Live from NextSoundStudio is offering the next level of entertainment by connecting these artists with their fans through their lyrics. Each week, you will not only be entertained watching them perform, but we hope that you will be able to connect with them in some way as they talk to our director in his director's cut about what their lyrics really mean. Now, let's welcome the first of these passionate artists to the stage. SLY SPITTA is an artist, songwriter, MC that is becoming one of hip-hop's favorites with his combination of unique storytelling, energy, and raw lyricism. After spending the early stages of his career, a member of hip-hop trios TNT, he is coming to us fresh out of the studio where he recently released his debut solo project, Rose Up. While his vibrant smile, fashion, and style reels you in, his music will keep you there. Let's take it straight to his performance of Shot Clock, then our director, and find out a little bit more about SLY SPITTA and the story behind the track.
Man, oh man. Patience is a skill. But you miss the shots you don't take. Early flight to Miami, Uber black to the patty, hit me with the Addy, SLY SPITTA, no it can't be, and I got a sweet bitch nigga, that's some my candy, I drop jewels when I let a verse off, kill the game then let the hearse off, that humble shit is out the window, play it safe and you worst off, bet against me, worst off, I feel like Pablo, touching pesos like I'm in Cabo, the pendulum swings, that's a high-low, when I wasn't up I had to high-low, how did I know, you niggas high-low, catch me never could, Brooklyn niggas straight to Hollywood. Every yell came from making sure a motherfucker good. Now I wish a motherfucker would. Real shit. I talk real slick. Rather die before I quit. Shooting my shots. And if I miss, run and grab the rebound quick. 24 on the shot clock. Cool nigga but the block hot. Cooking up in the crock pot. Turn the whip into a hot box. Ball hard and we don't flop. Apply pressure. Niggas front, that's a big cat. All that talk but no impact. When I talk, it's a big fact. Me and you, that's a mismatch. All my shit, nigga, intact. A little pressure, man, you been cracked. Full of color, but I been black. Free your mind, niggas been trapped. Full of ammo, niggas been strapped. In case a nigga wanna get back. God's gift, man, I been rad. What's a race when you been lack? Slow down, dog, you been lack. 100 in my big pack. Stick and move, they wanna distract. Minus up a major comeback. You and me, there's a big gap. 100 miles to be exact. 100 on me to be exact. You lose 100, never did slack. 100 ways I can get that, nigga. I talk real slick. Rather die before I quit. Shooting my shots. And if I miss, run and grab the rebound quick. 24 on the cool nigga, but the block hot. Cooking up in the crock pot. Turn a whip into a hot box. Ball hard and we don't flop. Apply pressure. Back, back. Pressure make diamonds. Yeah. Fourth quarter. That's where we at.
Welcome everyone. Here I am, Will B. Walker, sitting with SLY SPITTA.
Yes, sir.
He's
Yes,
coming
sir.
to us off of his debut album, Rose Up.
My man.
He performed some songs with us. We're just going to talk a little bit about the album, your background, and most importantly, the lyrics behind some of the songs that you wrote. So let's get right into it. We know that you're coming fresh off of being in a group. Let's talk a little bit about what it's like to be solo from leaving TNT and what it was like as a transitioning into being a solo artist.
So, you know, it literally felt like preparation for the next level, you know, because the work probably just got even harder as a solo artist, you know what I mean? So just not taking those things for granted, understanding that you need a team in order to move forward, and it just prepared me to just take everything up a notch and put more responsibility on myself. You know what I mean? Because, you know, everything with the team is delegated, and now I have to delegate all those things to myself and make sure if I can't do it, I have to delegate it to someone else aside from the team that I originally had. You know what I mean? So it's just taking more of that leader role, and it feels good, you know what I mean? Because a lot of the questions I used to ask the team, I ask myself now. You know what I mean? Or like, you know, I have more command, and it just feels good to take control of your artistry and just build that brand. So, yes, sir.
Speaking of taking control of your artistry and building your brand, I know you're also into health, wellness, and fitness. So how do you incorporate that into your artistry? How does it translate in your artistry?
So, oh man, I feel like I've made this album to entirely have people get up and move to it. You know what I mean? When I made it in so many different elements, but working out was one of the top ones. And when I say working out, I don't mean just in the gym. I mean just overall activeness, being out, moving, you know what I mean? Like it's meant to just give you that energy to get up and move. And I had a really, really fun time making this album, and I spent a lot of time working out to it too. So, you know, so it just put me in a lot of different elements. Overall, as far as like fitness, I feel like I always preach that you can't do anything else without your health.
So yeah, let's talk about Rose Up and where you were at mentally and putting together the album.
I was watching a lot of sports, and like I always been into sports, but like I was just really heavily into it a lot more. The MJ series came out around that time. Like there was just a lot of different sport elements that I was just really into at that moment, and it was just all connecting. Like, man, like we really play this game of life. You know what I mean? I was like, how do I want to tie my aspect around that? You know, so Scully sent me a beat, and the guitars just really made me feel like it felt nature-like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain it. It just felt like when I heard it, I saw nature, you know? And that's when that's when Rose Up came. That song set the tempo for the entire album.
Well, let's talk about some of the live performances that you did live at NextSoundStudio.
Oh yeah, my
We're
man.
going to start with that Shot Clock as number one. Tell us a little bit about the lyrics behind that. And yeah, let's talk about Shot Clock.
Shot Clock, it was just me having the best of both worlds. Wanting to be braggadocious, right? Being confident in my journey, but also like not being afraid to fail. You know what I mean? Like glorifying the entire thing, you know? But in the midst of trying, granted things are hard, but you want to have fun. You want to have fun, and I wanted to just show that element like, yo, I'm shooting my shots, but I'm gracefully doing this shit. I'm swagging out with it, you know what I mean? I'm making it look good, regardless if I slip or not. So that's just me shooting my shot every 24, because regardless, man, you only miss the shots you don't take.
Okay, I'm seeing you, Mr. SLY SPITTA. But before we go any further, be sure to check out the NextSoundStudio NYC on YouTube for more performances from the artists that you will see here. Now, let's take it to SLY SPITTA with our director to find out the story behind his track, Love Game.
So in your performances live in NextSoundStudio, we got to see different variations and different versions of SLY SPITTA.
Yes,
and
sir.
another one of the versions was the smooth, cool guy on Love Game.
Yes.
So let's talk about that, and let's talk about this vulnerable love story that you're trying to tell. And I know most of the time you don't seem to be like super vulnerable, but you kind of let yourself get a little vulnerable in this. So let's talk about your mindset, your mindset behind it, and where you were mentally.
So, Love Games was inspired by so many different elements, you know. Being on the field, seeing people work out, the togetherness, playing the game of love for the person you want to be with, you know, showing up for them, and like knowing that like every day is the playoffs, you know what I mean? You play for each other, you know, and hopefully both of you guys are playing to win. And just talking about like the different elements that comes within a relationship, you know what I mean? Friendship, anything, you know, like I think everything revolves around love, relationship based, you know, whether it's like, you know, on an emotional standpoint, whatever it is, business, but you just need that, you need that aspect to tie it all in together, you know? So with Love Games, ultimately, I just wanted to show a side because I have that side, you know, we all have that side. I was inspired by LL Cool J. You know, I really just enjoyed the vulnerability that he had with the sexiness of it, but he could turn that into something else and just like hit you with some daggers, you know? So I wanted to just like show my influence from that. I think he played a part in that. Also, when you shoot your shot, you're shooting for the person you want to be with, right? I feel like you got to keep shooting that shot. Whatever it took to get them, you got to keep playing to keep them, you know? And I feel like every day you wake up, you play that game for whoever it is, even if it's just for yourself. But Love Games, man.
Sounds good. Well, you heard him explain it. Now here he is performing live NextSoundStudio. Love Game.
Love Game.
SLY SPITTA.
Every player needs that support base. And through them wins, them losses, you stay focused on the road to riches. And you stay the course, you know? Cause what's a trophy without your trophy, huh? I never felt a love like this, or better yet, love like this. Getting hurt came with the risk. We all hope that one could notice. Fight through the lowest, choose us and never lose focus. Love is a game, every day's the playoffs. Happiness filled with chaos, take no days off. Miles away since when the day's off. Togetherness, all these trade-offs. I traded nights out for nights in. With you, in and out of time zones, west coast to Peru. Roll while I talk stock, she's prepping the food. Raise the bar, set the bar while setting the mood. I got game and she's so offensive. Combos had changed perspectives, build up trust, so receptive, not attached, more connected. Swim good, you're so reflective. If love's a game, let's play sometimes. I guard your heart if you guard mine. I run it up on the field with you, I run it up. With you I can't help but feel something. Versatile can hit the church or go clubbing. All this magic making something out of nothing. Let's run it up and break bread with no frontin'. Or you cuffin'. For support on my worst days. Real shit that go both ways. Is this love because lust fades? Ride or die, I can't do trades. Power tripping with no shoelace, There's no generals, we both cook, clean hustle. You block blessings, live in that bubble. Your heart can't fumble. Single, now I'm thinking double forever. That's a power couple. Now this ain't Ghost and Tasha, but split them dollars. 7 figures, that's 3 commas. Skip the drama, sit past marijuana. Chef dons come with them flowers. Don't be a coward when reaching. Don't forget the simple things. Material wealth can never bring. Bill, don't complain. What's understood ain't gotta be explained. No speed limit in your own lane. Word. If love's a game, I guard your heart if you guard mine. I run it up on the field with you, baby girl. I can't help it. Oh baby, out of nothing. Let's run it up and break bread. Oh you cuff, oh you cuff, oh you cuffin'.
All right, now let's give it up once more for SLY SPITTA. And if you are an indie artist yourself and want to be on the show, submit music links to nextsoundstudio@gmail.com or DM NextSoundStudio on Instagram and make sure you hit that follow button. We like the follow. We have one more amazing performance from SLY SPITTA. But first, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Now, once more, on to Will and Sly as they talk about the meaning of the lyrics of AM to PM. Now, everybody, be sure to tell somebody else to meet us back here next week, where we will have another talented indie artist to take the stage. I will see you next week. If you enjoyed this music tonight, be sure to check out his full album, Rose Up, on all music streaming platforms. And hit the follow button. Good night.
Speaking of the characters that you got to play while you were performing live in NextSoundStudio, let's talk about AM to PM. Now we got to see the Sly part of the SLY SPITTA. Let's talk about AM to PM and your writing process and your thought process behind the writing and the lyrics to that song.
Cool. So, AM to PM, produced by Scully. Shout out to Scully. The name of the beat was PM, right? And, you know, little things like that just stick with me because it's just a little key word. But while listening to the beat, I'm looking at those two words. You know what I mean? Like, it may seem small, but it made a big difference, you know? So, upon listening to it, I just really got this gritty vibe, and like I wanted to show that you can dance and have fun along your journey, but no matter what, you gotta keep grinding. You know what I mean? So it was just me showing that witty element because look, when I'm talking about grinding, it's not just working. You know what I mean? The average people will work the 9 to 5, cool, but like we fight in so many different elements, you know? Just for us in general, I feel like it's important to shine light on that, you know? So I wanted to show that not just the work grind, but the health grind, but the wealth grind, but the informational grind mentally, you know what I mean? Just showing all the different elements where you have to grind and keep elevating to better yourself and better the people around you. So that's AM to PM, man. Just every 24, stacking the money with your team, sharing that information, and just constantly building and helping each other grow.
Well, you heard him say it.
Yes, sir.
AM to PM. Here he is performing it live. NextSoundStudio, SLY SPITTA.
Yes, sir.
AM to PM, I gotta ride with my team. The money stacked to the ceiling, so you stay out of your feelings. Are you about it? Hunting like I keep it, fakes get exposed. Opinion shit, yeah, I got a lot of those. AM to PM, I gotta ride with my team. Money stacked to the ceiling, you stay out of your feelings. So let me count it. Hunting counterfeit, fakes get exposed. Opinions never bought shit with those. AM to the PM, that's a day shit. Nothing ever short of amazing. When you this good, there's no replacing. Rappers sound the same, it's like y'all tracing. Loaded up on plenty dollars, players don't want any problems. Rather O's, plenty commas, healing wounds from years of trauma. What's a gun to a Bible? What's a crown to a title? All I know is survival, my skin is a cycle. Should have been my own idol, nigga. AM, I gotta ride with my team. The money stacked to the ceiling, so you stay out of your feelings. Don't let me count it. Hunting like I keep it, fakes get exposed. Opinion shit, yeah, I got a lot of those. AM to PM, I gotta ride with my team. Money stacked to the ceiling, you stay out of your feelings. Are you about it? Hunting like I keep it, face get exposed. Opinions never bought shit with those. Every 24, you know I'm clocked in. Play the field that you watching. First they down, then they mocking. Locked doors get knocked in. Worldwide still marching. Mine can't be boxed in. Failure, not an option. Built to last, I brew with confidence. 7 seas, I'm hitting continents. Food for thought, defeat your consciousness. Broken hearts, broken promises. Never did break me, but it did make me. Where you been lately? Yet on the daily. Too many shaky. Fuck you, pay me. Can't use prayers to replace that you lazy. Get what you give. Invest in yourself. The goal is not rich. Generational wealth. Black owned businesses, black card dividends, leaving future fam with inheritance. Evidence that I gotta ride. The money stacked to the ceiling, you stay out of your feelings, so let me count it. Hunting like I keep it. Opinion shit, y'all got a lot of those. AM to PM, I gotta ride. The money stacked to the ceiling. You stay out of your feelings, so you about it. Honey, like I keep it, face get exposed. Opinions never bought shit with those.
If you came to party, if you came to party, if you came to get down tonight, going live tonight, live from the NextSoundStudio, If you came to party, if you came to party, if you came to get down tonight, going live tonight, live from the NextSoundStudio, If you tryna party and celebrate life, tune in the NextSoundStudio tonight. It's live at 8 with the hottest in the state. So tell a friend you wanna take them out of space, so they can unplug to a new level with different artists who take it to a new level. And you never know what you're gonna get. And you never know what you're gonna get. You might get rock or you might get rap. You might get R&B with the boom bap.